So I came to the fork of a river, and I didn't know which way I should go. I had no map, no compass, no driver, precious little information to show. It can be hard in this life to make decisions, and it's an altogether common thing to fail. But as I surveyed my current situation, I decided to just go ahead and sail. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no faithful final chance. Just wake up each day and do the best I can. When I hear the music dance, I confess I get confused quite often. Seems most times I hardly ever get it right. But I think life's about just facing fear and trying. So I just point my little boat towards the light. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no faithful final chance. Just wake up each day and do the best I can when I hear the music dance. So whatever you're facing, just remember this: that control you've been craving cannot be. So take a long deep breath and surrender it. You'll be all right, just wait and see. There is no one way, there is no foolproof plan, no faithful final chance. Just wake up each day and do the best I can when I hear the music dance. When I hear the music dance. So when you hear the music dance.
Thank you, Kirsten. Thank you so much. What a way to open our service today. Welcome, everyone. This is the Creative Living Fellowship Sunday morning service, and my name is Deborah Covington, and I will be your host for the service today. And hello to our visitors online as well as those in person. If you are online, welcome through Facebook, YouTube, and our CLF website. Thank you for joining us this morning. And if you would leave a comment so that we can acknowledge your presence, we would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're online and this is your first time visiting us, we invite you to go to our website and sign up for our email. You will be receiving weekly announcements and information. We welcome you here and we'll hope you'll join us time and time again. Let me tell you a little bit about Creative Living Fellowship. Creative Living Fellowship is an independent religious science church, and we honor all paths that lead to truth. Our deep intention here is to be a community of love, care, and connection that opens hearts, expands consciousness, and transforms lives. And we do that through the principles and the practices of the science of mind and spirit. The science of mind is a new thought, ancient wisdom teaching that provides us with tools for living our best possible lives. Our founder, Ernest Hong, said, "Never limit your view of life by past experiences." So here's a little bit about the order of the service today. As you saw, Kirsten Plambeck is back with us again, and she is our musical inspiration today. And let's give her a warm welcome, one of our favorite friends. Practitioner and animal chaplain Fran Peck facilitated our pre-service meditation today, and she is also holding high watch for this service. This means that she is sitting in meditation and prayerful contemplation, holding a space for the perfect unfoldment of the service. Thank you, Fran, for your continued service. Reverend Mary Jane is serving as our practitioner of the day, and she will be offering our evocation. That will be followed by our congregational chant, "The World." I think we all know it by now, but please sing it with feeling and meaning, and you can be interactive with it as well. The lyrics will be on the screen. After the chant, Mary Reverend Jane Hyde will be back with the inspirational reading of the day. And so right now, I'd like to welcome up Reverend Mary Jane with our evocation.
Good morning, CLF. And so we're going to prayer. Just let go. So we let go of any thoughts, any cares that we have about today, because for right here, right now, we're just going to be fully present in the now, in the presence of the divine. That one presence that is love and peace and harmony. It's joy, it's power, it's caring, it's gentleness, it's warmth, it's nurturing. All these attributes of the divine. That is what I call forth as we go about this day, as we go through this service, because I know that divine presence is expressing through each one of us. It's expressing in, through, and as me, as it is each person who is a part of this service, whether it's listening, visiting, or serving. This service is divine, no matter how you are doing it. And I know that all is working perfectly to feed us in the best and highest way possible. As we listen to the music, as we listen to the message from Reverend Sherry, I know that it is all working through us for the best. It is working for our good. And so I am grateful, because I know as we listen to these words today, as we listen to the music, that when we hear the music, we will dance. We will dance. I know it is all good. And for this, I'm grateful. I say thank you. I say thank you to CLF. I say thank you to all the people participating here, all who are giving of themselves in one way or another. And I know that it is good. And so I release, I let go, and I know And together we say, and so it is.
The world is a place of great love for all. The world is a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. The world is a place of great peace. I am a place of great love for all. I am a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. Oh, I am a place of great peace. You are a place of great love for all. You are a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. Oh, you are a place of great peace. We are a place of great love for all. We are a place of great light for all. When all's said and done, we're all from the one. Oh, we are a place of great peace. The world is a place of great peace.
So the reading today, I will sing a new song, excerpt from Meditations of the Heart by Howard Thurman. The old song of my spirit has worried itself out. It has long ago been learned by heart, so that now it repeats itself over and over, bringing no added joy to my days or lift to my spirit. It's a good song, measured to a rhythm to which I am bound by ties of habit and timidity of mind. The words belong to old experiences which once sprang fresh as water from the mountain crevice fed by melting snows. But my life has passed beyond to other levels where the old song is meaningless. I know that the work of the old song, perfect in its place, is not for the new demand. So I will sing a new song. As difficult as it is, I must learn the new song that is capable of meeting the new need. I must fashion new words born of all new growth of my life, my mind, and my spirit. I must prepare for new melodies that have never been mine before. And all that is within me may lift my voice unto God. Teach me, O God, that I might learn with abandonment and enthusiasm the fresh new accent, the untried melody, to meet the need of the untried morrow. Thus I may rejoice with each new day and delight my spirit in each fresh unfolding. I will sing this day a new song unto thee, O God. Namaste.
I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Know there was something that I left behind. When I leave this world, I'll leave no regrets. Need something to remember, so they won't forget I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I wanna say I lived each day until I died. I knew that I had something in somebody's life. The hearts I have touched will be the proof that I leave, that I made a difference, and this world will see I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I lived, I loved, I was here. I did, I've done everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here. I just want them to know that I gave my all, did my best, brought someone some happiness, left this world a little better just because I was here. I was here. I did, I've done, I was here. I lived, I loved everything that I wanted, and it was more than I thought it would be. I will leave my mark so everyone will know I was here.
Oh, thank you so much, Kirsten. How wonderful to have you here this morning. Good morning, everybody. Let's take a breath together. I don't know how I came up and forgot the mic. Let's take another breath together this morning. What wonderful music we're having this morning. What a wonderful, beautiful day this is. This month of March, that's almost half gone, believe it or not. Time just keeps marching on, and we just keep marching right along with it. Our theme for the month is the joy in non-attachment. The joy in non-attachment. The joy in non-attachment. And I wonder how many of you have been dealing with non-attachment, have been have been really aware of and focusing on not being attached this past week. Whenever I think of non-attachment, I'm always reminded of my hospice patients, my time as a hospice chaplain. And I shared with you a story last week of a hospice patient that I had. And this other one has come to mind this week, and I've been thinking of her all week also. This particular woman was 100 years old, and I would visit her also, and she was also a very jovial person, which most of my patients were, very jovial people. And I went in one day and the nurse told me that she had not been eating. And I was always concerned about them. So I talked to her about, you haven't been eating, you gotta eat to, I didn't say stay alive, but I said you gotta eat to be healthy. And she laughed, which is what they all did. She laughed and she said, do you realize that my teeth are 100 years old? These teeth are 100 years old, honey, look at them. They're tired. They don't want to do that anymore. So I'm just fine. And she laughed and laughed, and I laughed too, because that was the thing to do, because she was so unattached. And that was a thing that I always remembered about some of the patients that I had, who I had an opportunity to interact with, because all of them were not in a position to interact with me. But the ones who could were just really unattached. to this life, unattached to the way things were happening, the way things were not happening. They just lived. They were just free. And that was such a lesson for me. Even at the time, I didn't realize it, but as I have gone forward in my life, I remember some of them, and I remember the incidents, and I remember how wonderful it was just to see the experience of just being in the present, accepting what is, and not being attached to the outcome, not being attached to whatever our expectations may have been, not being attached to what healing looked like, not being attached to anything. And that's when the fact that they could laugh and made me laugh, made me recognize the joy in non-attachment, the joy in non-attachment. And as I remind you all the time, Ernest Holmes says that joy is the emotion excited by the expectancy of good. So there was an expectancy of good, an expectancy of good in each day that they had, and that I'm learning more and more about joy. When we have an expectancy of good, we get to experience that joy that is within us, and we can have that expectancy of good when we're not attached to what good looks like. When we're not attached to what good looks like. And so today I want to talk a little bit with you about our stories, and my topic is for the story of it. For the story of it. For the story of it. You know, sometimes we get attached to things and we just hang on to them for the story, because we can keep telling that story over and over and over and over again. And the story that I'm talking about is the story that we have about ourselves. And our story is what we believe about ourselves. What we believe about ourselves is our story. And our stories are informed by our parents, our teachers, our environment, our experiences, society. So many things go into making up our story, making up those things that we believe about ourselves. So the important thing is for us to really start to look at, what is my story? Asking yourself, what is my story? And the thing about most of us is that until we become conscious of it, our story generally is not a very positive one. The story that we tell over and over again, our story generally is not a very positive one. Most of our stories start with the negative prefix un. I'm unacceptable. I'm unlovable. I'm unworthy. I'm undeserving. I'm unstable, whatever the case may be. That's how our stories start. And that's because somebody else has told us that lie about ourselves. And we have bought into it consciously or unconsciously, have begun to believe what it is we have been told over and over, and either verbally or by experience. We've been told that we are these uns, we are these nots, not acceptable, not worthy, not whatever, attractive, whatever the case may be. And because we have this story that we live, we make choices according to the story. And we don't even recognize that we're making those choices. We don't even recognize, because the story is unconscious. The choices that we make are unconscious. But the choices that we make fulfill that story, fulfill or confirm whatever it is the story is about us. If I think that I'm unacceptable, then I make choices and do things and make decisions that make me feel unacceptable. It just confirms whatever it is. If I feel that I'm unlovable, if I feel that I'm unattractive, if all those things happen, then we have to confirm that, because that's what we believe. And it is done unto us as we believe. We know that. Real simple. It's done unto us as we believe. And so today I'd like to invite you to start to look at, what is your story? What is your story? And just because we have a story doesn't mean that we can't change it. Doesn't mean that we can't change it. But looking at really, what is your story? What is it that you believe about yourself? It's interesting that last week I invited everyone to really practice loving yourself, dare to love yourself. You would be surprised at the feedback I've gotten this week about that, this past week. The people who are unwilling, are unable to love themselves, the people who are afraid of loving themselves, the people who have questions about loving themselves because they feel unlovable. And so when we feel unlovable, we will do things that make us unlovable, that make us experience that unlovability. When we feel undeserving, we will experience things and make choices that make us that confirm that we don't deserve whatever. We don't deserve more money. We don't deserve a good relationship. We don't deserve an easy life. We don't deserve, all those things. We make choices. We make decisions that confirm those things that we believe about ourselves. And so I'm inviting you to let all that stuff go because it's not true. Let all that go. Decide that decide that you are going to write a new story. You're going to write a new story. And our stories, the reading is I will sing a new song. And I like that reading with this particular topic because our stories become our songs. They're the songs that we sing. They're the songs that we sing all the time. And those songs are so outdated because we're hanging on from things that were in the past, things that happened long ago, things that maybe never were true, and maybe they were, whatever the case may be, because there are times when we do fall short. There are times when we're not at our best. There are times when circumstances happen that we aren't really proud of. But that was then. And what we have to remind ourselves, this is now. That was then, this is now. That was then, this is now. I have the opportunity to write a new story, to sing a new song right here and right now. And so that's what I'm inviting you to do. What is your story? What is it that you believe about yourself? What is it you're telling yourself over and over? Not necessarily verbally, but what are you telling yourself by the way you treat yourself? What are you telling yourself by the choices you make? What are you telling yourself by your interactions with other people? What is it you're telling yourself as you go through your life? Look back on your life and see, where did that story come from? Where did that lie come from? How did I get into that? How did I start believing that about myself? That's the question that we really want to know so that we can let it go. So that we can let it go. I remember for the longest time that my story was that I was unacceptable, that there was something wrong with me, that there was, because I was different. I was different from everybody I knew. Everybody, I was just different. And when I have thought back on this, I recognized a long time ago, I started first grade when I was 3 years old. And that made me different in the first place. I don't remember that, but I know that I did start first grade at 3 years old. And because I was the only child who could read in that class, the teacher sent me to second grade. And I had I'm told that there was a girl there that I really liked the first day I got to school. And I talked to her, and every day I would go back to the first grade because she was in that school. Her name was Hazel. She was in that class. And so every day I would go back. I'd try to go back to first grade so that I could be with Hazel. I don't remember going through the first grade, but as I said, I was 3 years old. So it was quite something for me to be in first grade at 3 years old. And the message that I got from that, my sister had been born, and so my mother had a new baby at home, and she had a 3-year-old. I could read. I had been going to nursery school forever, it seems, and they called it nursery school at that time. But I had been going there forever, and so my father's best friend was the principal of the elementary school. So he said, "Why don't you send Sherry to school, and she can have children to play with?" They had no intention of promoting me to, from one class to the next, but sending me to school. So I went to school. Well, for my mother to send me to school when she got a new baby made me unacceptable. That was the message that I got at that age. She never knew that. Of course, that wasn't her intention, but that was the message that I got. That was a story. That's where that story got started. And so just continuing through my life, when I got into school, I was always the youngest child in the class, whatever, throughout high school, elementary, junior high, high school. I was always the youngest child in the class. I didn't fit in with the other children because they were all older than I. The children who were my age were babies at home. And then as I progressed through school, the children who were my age were 3 grades behind me. And the ones who were in my class were 3 years older than I, or older. And so there was just never that place for me. So that was a story that I always had, there's no place for me because I'm unacceptable. And so I went through my life for many, many years feeling like there was something wrong. And then to top it off, my mother, I could hear her talking to her sisters or her friends, and I'd hear her say, "Sherry's my odd child." Well, I didn't know that she didn't mean that negatively. She would talk about how I would ask her questions about what is life and what does that mean when I was 2 years old. And she thought that was really odd, and I think it probably was. But she was really just trying to learn how to deal with me. And I recognize now that what she meant is that I was a precocious child. But I thought that odd meant something was wrong with me. So I went through life, through my early life, making decisions, making choices that confirmed that there was something wrong with me, that I was unacceptable. And as I went as I managed to go on through my life, I was able to run into more situations that made me feel unacceptable, even though I was doing some pretty good things, some pretty wonderful things. And so it was not until I became an adult and I decided to go to therapy. The best thing I could have done for myself was to find a wonderful therapist who said to me, "There's nothing wrong with you. You're fine." But it took a while for me to get into that place of I heard a new message. You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. I had to adopt that message for myself. That there's nothing wrong with me. This is a new story that I can write about myself. That I'm fine just as I am. I'm fine just as I am. Even though I'm not like other people. Even though I'm not like other children. Even though, as my father always said, "Why can't you be like other girls?" And it's like, I don't know. I'm not other girls. And then, of course, when my daughter came along, "Why can't you be like other moms? You're so weird." Yep, I am. That's me. But you know what that meant? That was my own individuality. That was my own uniqueness. And so I'm saying to you that we each have our own way of being, of showing up in the world. We have our own way of 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 expressing the divine, that one life, that one power, that one presence that is within each one of us. And it's unique to each one of us. It's unique. Spirit expresses through us according to our own uniqueness, according to our own individuality. We don't have to be like anybody else. And no matter what society says, no matter what parents say, no matter what teachers say, no matter what friends say, no matter what our children say, we're fine just as we are. We're perfect just as we are. And so when we can give up the attachment to whatever that story is, we can recognize that we can write a new story. We can write a new story. We can start off with the true story that I'm made in the image and likeness and out of God itself. That God created me in his own image, and gave me the freedom to be however I want to be, according to who I am. And God is still going to express through me according to who I am, according to how open I am, according to my own uniqueness, according to my own individuality. And so when we recognize that truth, then we can be in a place of just saying, you know what, there's an expectancy of good here. I'm going to experience joy because I'm not going to be attached to external stimuli. I'm going to be free to be me. I'm going to be free to express God in so many ways. However God wants to express through me, however it is I want to look, however it is I want to be is acceptable. That's my story. What is your story? I am deserving. I am worthy. I am attractive. I am whatever. Because I am an expression of the divine. I am an expression of the all that is. And so when we recognize that, we can open ourselves up to really, really be available to all the good that God has for us. All the good that God has for us. And it will show up as we are available to it, as we are saying yes to it. And we say yes with our stories. We say yes with the songs that we sing. We say yes over and over again, or we say, well, we're always saying yes. We're either saying yes to what we want or we're saying yes to what we don't want. So I really want to you to be aware of what it is you're saying yes to. what it is, what's the story that you're living out day after day after day? How is it that you are showing up in the world? How is it that the world that God is showing up through you according to your own consciousness and your conscious awareness of your openness to it? And are you ready to change it? Because you can change it at any time. You can sing a new song any minute, any day. Just start to sing a new song. And when all that old stuff comes up from the past, that was then, this is now. That was then, this is now. I met a woman, excuse me, in parking lot a few weeks ago, and we were just chatting for a moment, and for some reason she started to tell me some things about her family, and she said, I really was a terrible mother. I was not the best. I was not the best mother when my children were coming along, and she started to cry, and I said, "Are your children still living?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "You're still living. Why can't you be a good mother now?" That was then that you weren't a good mother, according to you. This is now. Your children are alive. You are alive. You can't go back and change what you didn't do, but you can start right where you are. You can start right here, right now, today, and be the very best mother you can be today. Whatever that means. That may mean healing relationships. That may mean whatever, but making the decision to be the very best mother you can be right now. Right now is what you can do right now while you're still living and while your children are still living and while you still have the opportunity to have a different relationship with them, to be a good mother, to have a good relationship with your children, with your grandchildren. And she said, I never thought about it. I thought it was too late. No, it's never too late. It's never too late. Start now. Do what you can. You can't go back and change what didn't happen in the past, but you can start where you are. And that's how we write our new stories. That's how we sing our new songs, by starting right where we are. Starting right where we are. No, I didn't do this back here. And I'm sure we can all look back and see what we didn't do and see what we wish we had done and all that. But we can't do that. That was then. This is now. What can I do right now? What do I want my story to look like right now? What do I want my story to look like right now? We can start just with using the affirmations that we know, with the affirmations of the expectancy of good. All good is now mine. I'm made in the image and likeness and out of God. All good is now mine. All good is now mine. And Ernest Holmes says that no matter how much good we are experiencing today, expect an even greater good tomorrow, because this too many words are trying to come through. Because there's a powerful good in the universe and we can use it. And so when we are constantly expecting that good, constantly having an expectancy of that good, no matter how much good we experience today, we can experience even more. We can experience even more, and we get to experience more the more we are open to it, the more we are writing that story or singing that song of the good that we have. Ernest Holmes says the expectancy of good speeds up progress. Expectancy, it speeds up the progress of good. And so when we have an expectancy, everything is sped up. Everything is sped up, and we get a chance to have more, to experience more, because what we are doing with expectancy is saying yes. Yes, yes, that's what we're saying over and over and over again. And so I'm inviting you, if you have been going through this process of not feeling lovable, of not feeling deservable, of not feeling worthy of all that stuff, to let that go. Let that go. And just reverse it by just saying, I am lovable. What is it about me that people could not love? Start saying, I'm going in the store, I'm going to work, I'm going to wherever. People love me there. People love me there. And go in with that attitude that everybody loves me. Everybody cares about me. And I care about them. And having that attitude, that shifts your consciousness, that shifts your energy. And in addition to you making a conscious choice to do that, your consciousness has shifted. So you start to attract those things to you that confirm that everybody loves me. When you walk around thinking everybody loves me, do you know that's what you're attracting? Think about it. If you walk around thinking nobody likes me, everybody's against me, then all kinds of things start coming our way, because that's the message we're sending out into the universe. That's the consciousness with which we're walking around, and the consciousness that obtains sustains. That's what Holmes says. The consciousness that obtains sustains. So if we have the consciousness that we're not worthy, then we bring more and more things that make us feel unworthy into us. If we walk around with the consciousness that everybody loves me, I am a wonderful person, I am so lovable, I am so likable. That's the consciousness that we're sending out, and people are drawn to us, who are showing us how much they care, how much they love us, how much they appreciate us. Strangers are coming out of the woodwork to talk to us. Those are the affirmations that we can have. I'm the best mother there is. I am the best mother there is. I'm the best mother. I'm the best parent. I'm the best teacher. I'm the best child. I'm the best partner, whatever the case may be. Telling a different story, telling a new story, telling a new story, telling a new story. And that's how we get into non-attachment. That's how we get into non-attachment. And as I said, yes, we do have those times when things are rough waters. You know, the flower of non-attachment is the lotus flower, and the lotus flower is a symbol of non-attachment because it grows in muddy water. It grows in the mud. It thrives in the mud. So it's a symbol of resilience and growth and thriving, because it makes it through the mud and it still blossoms and it's still beautiful. And that's what we can all do. That's what we can all be, no matter what our experiences may have been. Just knowing that we can write a new story right here and right now. Whatever that experience may have been that keeps us stuck in the past, whatever that experience may have been that may have given us PTSD or whatever the case may be, if it's still hanging on, that it's a part of your story, then go to therapy, see a practitioner, get rid of that old stuff, let that go so that you can live the fullest life, so you can live the best life. And this is what we're here to do, to live our very best lives, because there is a powerful good in the universe that we can use. There's a powerful good in the universe that we can use, and it is, we can't deplete it. We can't deplete it. There's not a limited amount of good. There's not, the truth is not that there's a powerful good and we can use some of it. There's a powerful good and there's a little bit of it that belongs to us. There's a powerful good and that, and every now and then we get some. There's a powerful good in the universe and we can use it. We can use it and we can keep using it. And do you know what? We'll never use it up. We'll never use it up. And we get to live our best lives possible. So when we start to rewrite our story, start out with there's a powerful good in the universe and I can use it. I can use it. I can use as much of it as I want. I'm using it right now. I'm using it right now. My life is changing right now. I am lovable right now. I am beautiful right now. I'm handsome right now. I am wealthy right now. I'm prosperous right now. I'm having more and more and more fun right now. I have the best relationship, the best marriage, the best whatever the case may be right now. That's the new story that we want to tell. That's the new song that we want to sing. And when we're singing that song, as I said, more and more and more experiences come our way, because that's the consciousness. That's the consciousness in which we are moving through our lives. And we cannot experience anything that we don't have a match for in consciousness. And so in our consciousness, when we have the expectancy of good, then we will attract good, no matter what we call that good, no matter what we name it, no matter what it is. It could be a relationship, it could be money, it could be health, it could be whatever the case may be. It could be whatever the case may be. But we know that there's a powerful good in the universe and we can use it. And we know that power we call God, we call source, we call the universe, whatever you call it. Don't call it anything. Don't call it anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the truth that there's a powerful good in the universe and we can use it. And it's Up to you. It's up to you. And so keep that in mind as you go through this week, as you go through this time. I'm writing a new story. I'm singing a new song. There's a power for good in the universe. I can use it, and I know it's up to me. It's up to me to make that choice, to make that decision. And then watch your life change. Watch your life change. Watch your life change. And as you continue to let go of attachments to the story, let go of attachments to the old story that you've been telling, let go of attachments to the old story that you've been living, let go of attachments to the old song you've been singing, you get to experience that joy like you've never experienced before because it's an inside job. I think I'm done. I think that let's just take a breath together and just really, really, really make a commitment this week to write a new story. How many people are willing to do that? Write a new story. Write a new story. It's your story. This is your life. This is your life. Write a new story today, right now. Start right now to write a new story, to sing a new song, to be all that you were created to be. That's what it's all about, being all that you were created to be. And then watch out, because Spirit will show out in your life as you. And that's what we want. So let's turn within in this moment. So let's just take a breath together. Just recognizing that one power, that one presence, that one mind, that one life, that one activity, that one that is all that there is. I choose to call it God, but by any other name or by no name at all. It is the source of my being. It is the source of the being for each of us. It is the source of our lives. And so I just know that this power for good that's in this universe is available to each one of us. It shows up as each one of us in our lives, as our lives. And I'm speaking a word for each of us this day, a word of joy, a word of non-attachment as we release and let go of old stories. We release and let go of old ways of being. We release and let go of old habits. We release and let go of old thoughts. We release and let go of anything that does not serve. Anything that does not serve. We release and let go of pain in the body temple, of discomfort of any kind in the body temple. Release and let go of fear and doubt and judgment. We release and let go of all that. And we open ourselves up to a new story being written and a new song being sung through each of us. That song of spirit, of perfection, of wholeness that is being sung through each one of us in each and every moment. And as we do so, everything is made new. As we do so, everything is made new. As we do so, everything is made new. I'm just knowing absolutely that each one of us is experiencing all the good, all the good, all the good, all the good that is always available to us. And it shows up as health, as comfort, as peace of mind, as love, as joy, as all the gifts of the Spirit. This is what I am speaking a word for each of us for. It shows up as wholeness in our lives, as wholeness in our entire beingness. It shows up as wholeness in our entire beingness. It's established right here and right now. And we sing the song of wholeness as we leave this place this day. And so I pause momentarily so that you may speak the names of anyone you'd like held in prayer. You may speak their names silently or loud, and you may speak their names now. And so for all those whose names are spoken here this day, I know that God is in the midst of right where each one is, God is. That healing is happening on every level of their being without any attachment to what healing looks like. I know indeed that all is well. This prayer goes out to anyone on this planet needing a prayer this day, knowing that right where each one is, God is. In the midst of every situation and circumstance, God is. And all things are made new. All is well. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so it is.
You can go ahead and tiptoe through your life, Digging in the dirt, you can stress on the strife, but I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain. Today, I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. You could cry all night about the things that you hate, so dissatisfied in so many ways, but I'm gonna find a way to celebrate today. I'm flying on faith. Oh, I'm flying on faith. I picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door. And I'm looking back because the past is such a bore. I'm gonna stand with the moon, with the stars up in my face. Today, I'm flying on faith. I'm flying on faith. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could hurry for the worry, let the fear take you out. Imagining the worst overcome with doubt. There's no way to know, knowing is the only way. Today, I'm flying on faith. Oh, I'm flying on faith. I picked up my baggage and I threw it out the door. And I'm looking back because the past is such a bore. I'm gonna stand with the moon, with the stars up in my face. Today, I'm flying on faith. Oh, I'm flying on faith. You could go ahead and tiptoe through your life. Digging in the dirt, you can stress on the strife, but I'm gonna fly past the worry and the pain. Today, I'm flying on faith.
Yes, Reverend Sherry just said, wow. And I double that. Kirsten, you're on fire today, girl. Love it. Love it. What a fabulous song to bookend. What a fabulous message as well, too. Really good stuff here today. Thank you so much. You were talking directly to me. Nobody else but me. I get that. Wow. Let's take a deep breath. This is our conscious giving time, the time where we participate in the divine law of giving and receiving by giving of our tithes and offerings. We invite you to join in this sacred practice by tithing here at CLF. CLF is a tithing church, so as you give to CLF, we tithe 10% of our income to local nonprofit organizations that are serving our communities and making a real difference in the lives of real people. Our 2024 first quarter tithe recipient is UMOM. UMOM's mission is to end family homelessness by restoring hope and rebuilding lives. Every night they provide safe shelter and support services for nearly 700 individuals experiencing homelessness. Out of that 700, 155 families and 130 are single women. We are pleased to be able to support UMOM's mission, and we are pleased to be giving of our abundance out into the community. If you're online, you can click on the donate button or on our website or on Facebook page, or you may use your cell phone. The text to give number is on the screen, and that is 844-941-4360. For our in-person giving, we have an usher who will be making up her way as we sing, I Trust in God. The lyrics are on the screen.
I'm thankful, so grateful so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender, I surrender. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I surrender, I surrender. I trust in God. I'm thankful, so grateful. I am one in the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I trust in God. I trust in God.
And now please repeat with me our offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and all that I circulate. Thank you, God. And so it is. And thank you, Nicole, for your service today. And I will pass off the microphone so you can do the announcements.
Yay. Yay me. And I get to do the PowerPoint in-house too. There are a lot of announcements, so let's get to them. As we have a reminder that we offer midday meditations Monday through Friday at noon on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. The New Thought book study is underway. They are studying An Altar in the World, A Geography of Faith by Barbara Brown Taylor. One of the things that's so awesome about this is that each chapter is its own spiritual practice. So you get a spiritual assignment for the week. So what chapter are we on this week, ladies? 6. Okay. So get the book, read chapter 6, do the practice, and then come on to the book study on Saturday. And that is in Zoom on Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon. We're excited to announce the Change is Good, You Start, Navigating the Inevitable workshop with Reverend Dr. Jerry Troyer. Oh, that was hard to say. It's coming up on Sunday, March 24th at 11:45 a.m. here at the hotel. We human beings often don't like change. We might have attachment issues. Even though nature around us and our physical bodies change in front of our eyes, we might stay stuck in unfulfilling work situations, abusive relationships, and limiting beliefs, or an old story because of the fear of change and stepping into the mystery of the unknown. But if nothing changes, nothing changes. So join this life-changing workshop with Reverend Dr. Jerry and together navigate the inevitable, release what no longer serves, and allow yourself to experience the good that life has for you. Register now online. Then you can join our practitioners on Friday, March 29th at 6 p.m. for our annual Good Friday service. Explore the middle, that was my brain stopped. And explore the metaphysical wow. I'm starting over. Join our practitioners on Friday, March 29th at 6 p.m. for our annual Good Friday service and explore the metaphysical meaning of Jesus' 7 last words. Yes, I did it. You can join us on our Facebook and YouTube live stream. Our annual membership meeting has been rescheduled to Sunday, April 14th at 11:45 a.m. and it's in person here at the hotel. Active members, we will be approving our February and October 2023 meeting minutes. That email will come out shortly, and then I'll make an announcement here when we send them to make sure you check. If you're not an active member, you're more than welcome to join us for an update about CLF. The second quarter is almost here. This year is going too fast. And we're looking for an organization to send our tithes to. If you have a local nonprofit organization you would like to recommend, please fill out our form on our website and submit it for our BOT consideration. You can find the link on our website or in your weekly newsletter. After service, our practitioners are available to pray with you. And then also on the welcome table, there is a prayer box where you could submit a written prayer request, or you can send an email to prayer@creativelivingfellowship.com. Please put prayer request in that subject line and it goes to where it needs to go. All written requests are prayed on for 30 days. And then we have fellowship today with Reverend Dr. Sherry at PV Pie and Wine. Yes, PV Pie and Wine. That's on, cover your ears. That's on the northwest corner. Some people like to ignore directions, of Tatum and Shea. You can find all the information for all of our events on our website or in your weekly newsletter paper. My brain is funny today. All right, that's it for me, Reverend Sherry. You're back.
Thank you, Nicole. Just my usual closing remarks to remind you of the treatment for supply, the prayer for your country, let there be peace on earth lyrics that we all use as a part of our spiritual practice. I encourage you to continue to do that, continue to connect with each other, and see a practitioner if you feel a need to see a practitioner. If you feel if things are not going right or if they're going really, really well, spend some time with a practitioner. Our practitioners are available to pray with you here or on call. Their numbers are on the website, or you can use the prayer request box out front, and there will be an email prayer. You can do an email prayer request, and they're praying over your request for 30 days. So don't walk around with a heavy heart. Really see a practitioner. That's really on my mind today. So connect with each other. I don't know if I said that, but always connect with each other. That's really a good thing to do. And join us for fellowship. That's a good thing to do too. So why don't we stand now and do our closing affirmation? And repeat after me, please. There's a powerful good in the universe, and I can use it. I will write a new story. I will sing a new song. And as a result, something wonderful is happening in my life right now.
And as a result, something wonderful is happening in my life right now.
I know it.
I know it.
I sense it.
I sense it.
I feel it.
I feel it.
And I thank God for it.
And I thank God for it.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
And so it
And
is.
so it is.
Let's sing Let There Be Peace.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joy is found. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
And thank you, Kirsten. We really appreciate your beautiful music today. Thank you. Come again soon. Goodbye, everybody. I love you all. See you next week.
Bye.